every day at DY Scott, a luxurious haven for your hair, nails, and overall well-being. Imagine yourself settling into a plush armchair, the aroma of essential oils and freshly brewed coffee filling the air. Expert stylists meticulously craft your perfect look, whether you're seeking a bold modern style or a classic timeless cut. Beyond the perfect haircut, indulge in a revitalizing manicure or pedicure. Our skilled technicians use only the finest ethically sourced products, ensuring a truly pampering experience for your skin and the planet. Enjoy a refreshing drink, a mojito, chamomile tea, or something bubbly while you unwind in our relaxing atmosphere. Looking to socialize? Challenge friends to a game of table tennis or snooker in our convivial relaxation area. Reconnect with yourself and leave feeling confident, truly pampered and beautifully you. DY Scott is more than just a salon. It's an experience that nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Find us at Roadblock Jalingo, Konaru, or call 081-4563-6195 to book your appointment today. DY Scott, where style meets serenity.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy.
Welcome to the broadcast of news at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. You can also follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. Now the major headlines. First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu visits Taraba, launches Renew Hope initiative. Presidency apologized for errors in federal appointment list. Federal government receive suit from PDP governors, prepares defense. Business news. Dangote refinery slashes petrol price to 865 naira. Nigeria records $6.83 billion balance of payments surplus in 2024. On international news. Escalating conflicts in Palestine. Sport news. My name is Bridget James with the news. In a significant stride towards strengthening maternal health care, the Renewed Hope initiative has launched a nationwide health program aimed at empowering midwives across Nigeria. As part of the initiative, 10,000 professional kits comprising scrubs and crocs are being distributed to midwives in each of the country's 6 geopolitical zones. This gesture underscores the commitment of the Renewed Hope initiative to improve working conditions for frontline healthcare workers and to enhance service delivery in maternal and child health care. The distribution marked a critical step in supporting health care of professionals who play a vital role in safeguarding the well-being of mothers and newborns nationwide. The program is expected to bolster moral, encourage professionalism, and improve hygiene and safety standards in maternal care setting across Nigeria. Dr. Muyi Aina, CEO, National Primary Health Care Development Agency, in his general overview of the program said he was honored to address the audience today as part of the important demonstrations of goodwill by our dear mother of nation, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu. The donations of 10,000 professional kits to primary health care midwives in the Northeast is part of the zonal contribution. This is the fourth in the series of the contributions, and it is part of the Renewed Hope initiative, which she shares is doing in furtherance of her commitment to enable universal access to health for all Nigerians. This, of course, aligned with President Bola Tinubu's determination to touch our lives and rapidly provide health care for us and reduce maternal and child mortality. Like I mentioned, Her Excellency earlier makes similar donations in the North Central, Northwest and South Zone. I'm glad to report, Your Excellency Ma, that these are beginning to have positive impact. Professor Muhammad Ali Pet, Honorable Coordinating Minister, Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, said on behalf of himself and Dr. Isaac Salako, the Honorable Minister of Health, we would like to thank you and the Renewed Hope initiative for the amazing effort of advocacy in times of the health program with the launch of the Northeast Zonal distributions of 10,000 crocs and scrub for our midwives. This is only one element that manifests the care, concern that you have for the health care of Nigerian people. Not only have you donated for maternal health before the primary health system, but you have also done that for tuberculosis, of which you donated personally out of your own generosity, almost 2 billion naira in the few months. In addition to what you're doing on cervical cancer, which we really appreciate, remarked by His Excellency Dr. Agbo Kefers. It is with great joy and humility I welcome you, Excellency, and your team to Taraba State for the flag off the Free to Shine Triple Eliminations campaign for the Northeast Zone. Taraba is honored to be chosen for this vital intervention, and that the target is to eliminate HIV/AIDS, syphilis, hepatitis among women of reproductive age and children. This initiative goes straight to the heart of the matters, protecting life, restoring dignity, and giving new hopes to families. Today, life is full of difficulties and health challenges are among the highest, but through efforts like this, Your Excellency, the dying hope of our people can truly be renewed. Let us continue in service to humanity, loving others as we love ourselves. That is the spirit we see in your work today. We in Taraba share in the visions of the Renewed Hope initiative, which align with our 5 Fingers Development Agenda. Keynote remark by Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu. First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and National Chairman of Renewed Hope Initiative. In her remarks, I am delighted to officially flag off the distributions of 10,000 professional kits to midwives in the Northeast states, namely Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Taraba, and Yobe, with Taraba State being the chief host today, and this is my first time visiting this beautiful state. It is indeed nature's gift to the nation, and I'm honored to be here. This event is to complement the ongoing federal government retraining exercise of 120,000 frontline health workers nationwide. I'm informed that 60,470 health workers have already completed their training, and that is why the Renewed Hope initiative requires 60,000 crocs and 60,000 pairs of scrub as an being sensitive to encourage and support the tireless dedications of our midwives, all 6 geopolitical zones will receive 10,000 crocks and 10,000 pails of crops, which will be distributed among states in each zone. In a related development, Nigerian First Lady Senator Oluremi Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on traditional leaders in Taraba State to join the fight against hepatitis and HIV and AIDS. She emphasized the need for collaborations with traditional institutions to strengthen the country's health sector. During a meeting with the Taraba State Traditional Council, she urged the leaders to support health advocacy in their domain. The First Lady also announced plans to distribute pack for midwifery in the Northeast sub-region, with Taraba being the 4th zone she's visiting. This initiative aims to improve healthcare services in the region through the Renewed Hope initiative. 1,000 women in Taraba State will receive 50 million naira in support, with each getting 50,000 naira. This financial assistance is expected to empower women and enhance their economic well-being. The meeting was attended by prominent figures including Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Agbo Kefas, Minister of Health, Professor Muhammad Ali Ped, and several governors' wives. The Chairman, Taraba State Council of Chiefs and Emirs, His Royal Majesty Dr. Ishaku Ada Ali, expressed delight over the visit and prayed that it will uplift the state. The First Lady's visit highlights the importance of partnership in addressing healthcare challenges and promoting development in the region.
And the good people of Taraba say, Your Excellencies, you are all welcome. And it was sincere prayer. You are saying Taraba State will usher peace, will bring progress, will bring unity.
First time in Taraba State, I'm so excited, and you can see I brought in me and my sister, we brought in God's blessing to the great state. It's such a lovely place. I'm still in awe and enjoying every bit of it, and I believe that spending 2 days here will give me more benefit. I can eat some of the local foods too, so I'm looking forward to that. So I thank you so much that you are here to honor our call, and I need your partnership as well. We came into Taraba State, we'll be going into different political zones. This will be a 4th zone, and promoting and encouraging our frontline health workers, especially our midwives. We came in here to give them incentive and to give them a pat on the back for the great job that we do. At least because we believe that if they are really encouraged, we'll have less of infant maternal mortality that we experience. So we are here to do that, and also to raise the awareness for HIV/AIDS and hepatitis B and also syphilis, because we see that most people are not talking, and unfortunately the rate of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS is very high. So, and that's why the minister too is here, so that we can bring awareness to it, and we need the traditional rulers, especially because we know that you are the custodian of the land. The people they directly relate to you, and we need you to help us to send the message down that there is free treatment for HIV/AIDS and also for tuberculosis as well. Because we are looking at 2030 to make sure that at least we can eliminate a lot of all these things, at least bring it to the barest minimum, if not zero.
The federal government has officially received the suit filed by 11 People Democratic Party governors challenging President Bola Tinubu's declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. The governors representing various states, including Adamawa, Enugu, and Osun, approached the Supreme Court to question the president's constitutional authority to suspend an elected state government structure. The suit marked SC-CV 329/2025 seek to determine whether the president can lawfully suspend, interfere with the office of a governor and deputy governor and replace them with an unelected nominee as the sole administrator under the guise of a state of emergency. The governor also challenged the president's power to suspend the State House of Assembly under the pretext of declaring a state of emergency. The federal government has been given 14 days to file a response to the suit, with the suit now formally received by the Attorney General Office. Preparations are on the way for the federal government's legal response at the Supreme Court. Every Friday, Muslims from near and far converge at the Emir's Palace Central Mosque for Jummah's prayer and find themselves amidst the bustling Kofar Father Market, where Okrika, also known as Gonjo, traders ply their wares. At the same time, the Aquaman Fellowship Conference transformed its conference ground into a vibrant trade fair, drawing entrepreneurs from across Nigeria. On this special report by Som TV correspondent Kamal Hamadu, showcase how faith and commerce are shaping lives at the grassroots.
In today's world, religious gatherings are no longer just for worship. They have also become vibrant hubs for buying and selling. Every Friday, Muslims across the globe converge at mosques to observe the weekly Jummah prayers. In Gombe, the Emir's Palace Central Mosque attract thousands not just for prayers but for business as well. Similarly, the Aquaman's Fellowship Conference has evolved into a major trade fair with business people from across Nigeria showcasing their products. Som TV takes a look at how both religious event has become a vital center of commerce, blending faith with business.
My name
is Kabiru Maliki. Honestly, this market is a blessing. People come from Kano, Bauchi, and other places to sell their goods here.
Every Jummah day, traders and buyers troops to what is now popularly known as the Kofar Father Jummah Market, where second-hand clothes, popularly known as Okilka or Gonjo, are the hot cakes. Speaking to Som TV, the secretary of the Gonjo Sellers Union, Gombe State, Alhaji Lawan, explained how the market started with just a few sellers and has now grown to attract over 3,000 people every Friday.
Well, from October to January, people from Kano, Yobe, Borno, Adamawa, Taraba, and across the northeast, and even some parts of the northwest and central Nigeria, troop into this market. Some come to sell, others to buy. While there are markets in places like Bauchi, when it comes to Friday market, held at Palace Mosques across the northeast, none compared to that one in Gombe.
Malam Ibrahim Shuaibu, who comes all the way from Kano every week, shared his experience selling second-hand clothes in Gombe.
My name is Ibrahim Shuaibu. I came from Kano State to sell my goods here because people here buy more.
Also speaking to Som TV,
my name is Honorable Bashir Abdullahi Abubakar. I am into the currency exchange business. Though not like the Berudi change, I buy foreign currencies that Gonjo traders find in second-hand clothes from Europe. That's how I take care of my family and even support others.
My name is Juliana Imayeti. I'm a student of Gombe State University and I do come here every Friday to shop clothes. This is Okrika clothes and we are so happy buying stuffs here because their stuffs are cheap and we come every Friday joyfully to shop from this market. And whenever you see us, a lot of us from the State University and a lot of people come here to buy clothes from this market because their stuffs are really cheap. They have quality materials down. Even if we go to the market or boutique, you might buy something from there and it will not last you the way the ones here will last you. So that's what compels us to come to this market to buy clothes.
Meanwhile, the Christian side, the Equa Men Fellowship Conference, is experiencing a similar trend.
My name is Chief Kenneth Aaron. Yes, I came all the way from Imo State because I've been attending their conferences. I've been attending a lot of church programs and conferences, and by the grace of God, Equa has recorded the best in my life. Because I was driving Sienna, small Sienna, but after I attended their last pastor's conference, God elevated me to get a very big Sienna car.
My name is Shaibu Haliru. I am from Jos. I usually attend religion gatherings like this to sell my goods. Though I am a Muslim and the gathering here is for Christians, we conduct our businesses peacefully. These are the kinds of things that will continue to unite us because poverty has no religion and wealth belongs to those who work hard.
My name is Pastor Francis Jaji. I just run my business, not that I do have a shop or whatsoever, but if there is a program like this, I will use the opportunity and do my business, and just spiritual something like this, not worldly things, you know, just Christian literatures, Bibles and Holy Communion drinks, just to help people.
Participants who spoke to Some TV said they prefer shopping at such events because of the variety of product and the affordability. Indeed, faith and finance go hand in hand, shaping the daily lives of Nigeria. Religion provides direction while business sustains the journey. As always, Some TV will continue to spotlight grassroots stories that promote unity, peace, and prosperity. Kamal Hamajo, Some TV News.
The presidency has issued an apology for mistakes found in the list of appointments released to counter allegations of lopsided appointment by President Bola Tinubu. The list intended to showcase the geopolitical distributions of the president's appointees was criticized for committing key figures, including Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila. Critics argue the initial list showed an imbalance in the regional representation, with the Southeast being notably underrepresented. Senator Aline Dume, an APC lawmaker, had accused the president of violating the federal character principle in his appointment, sparking the controversy. Special Advisor Sunday Dare acknowledged the errors, stating, "We have noticed a number of errors in the list of appointments." Tweeted, "We are sorry, we would provide an updated list later." The presidency apologized and promised to correct the list, aimed to address concerns over the distribution of appointments across Nigeria's region. The Federal High Court in Abuja has struck out a 50 billion naira suit filed by Nnamdi Kanu, leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra, against the federal government. Justice Inyang Uko dismissed the suit due to lack of diligent prosecutions. Neither Kanu nor the federal government was represented by a lawyer during the hearing. Kanu had sued the federal government, alleging his rights were violated when he was kidnapped from Kenya and brought back to Nigeria to stand trial. He brought 11 reliefs, including his release from Department of State Service and an order restraining governments from further prosecuting him. In an open letter, Kanu accused the government and judiciary of concluding to deny justice, citing instances of alleged executive and judicial fraud. He expressed concern over the handling of his case, claiming it was deliberately shielded from impartial judges. The case has sparked controversy and debate over the Nigerian government's actions and the judiciary's role. The All Progressive Congress has shut down its National Secretariat, popularly known as Buhari House, following the killing of its Director of Administrations, Honorable Abdurrahman Adekunle Adeniji. Adeniji was kidnapped weeks ago, and his abductors reportedly cancelled the news of his killing while still negotiating for a 50 million naira ransom. Adeniji was among 4 residents abducted by suspected kidnappers who invaded the Shikakore area of Kugwa, Bwari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory on January 27th. His abductors initially demanded a 350 million naira ransom for his release. In a memo titled Secretariat Closure for the Mourning of the Director of Administration, the APC advised all staff to use the period of mourning for sober reflections and prayer for the family and loved ones. The National Secretariat will remain closed until Monday, April 14, 2025, as a mark of respect for the deceased. The Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency has warned that 33 states and the Federal Capital Territory are at high risk of flooding in 2025. The agency identified 1,249 communities across 176 local government areas as high-risk zone. The affected states include Lagos, Rivers, Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, and Zamfara. According to the 2025 Annual Flood Outlook, an additional 2,187 communities in 293 local government areas are expected to experience moderate flood risks. The forecast also predicts flash and urban flooding in major cities, including Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, Kano, and Makurdi, due to the poor drainage and weak infrastructure. Coastal states such as Bayelsa, Cross River Delta, Lagos, Ogun, and Ondo may also experience flooding caused by rising sea level, and Tijos suggests Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utsef, announced initiative to mitigate the impacts of flooding, including a national flood insurance program and the Niger Floods Project to boost river navigation, flood control, and climate resilience. The government is also launching an integrated climate resilience project and the forthcoming annual Drought Outlook. The Labour Party is embroiled in the leadership crisis following the Supreme Court's removal of Barrister Julius Abure as national chairman. Abayomi Abramabi, National Publicity Secretary of the Lamidi Apapa-led factions, asserted that Apapa has taken over as the party's leader in line with the constitution. Arabami cites the party's constitutions, which states that the deputy national chairman assumes leadership in the national chairman is removed or become incapacitated. He dismisses the Senator Nemadi Usman-led LP National Caretaker Committee as middle-some interlopers. However, party stakeholders, including presidential candidates Peter Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Oti, have affirmed the Usman-led caretaker committee to pilot the party's affairs until a national convention elects new leaders. This decision follows the release of the Supreme Court's judgment on Abure and Usman leadership, despite the crisis has left the party. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has advised leaders to focus on the welfare of citizens over personal interest. He emphasized that leadership is both a challenge and an opportunity, and balancing the two can derive national progress. Buhari spoke at his Kaduna residence when receiving governors elected on the All Progressive Congress platform, Buhari encouraged the governors to adopt a citizen-centric approach, expressing confidence in the Progressive Governors Forum progress. He also thanked President Bola Tinubu's administration for renovating his home in Kaduna, noting that the improvements were made without altering the building's external appearance. The APC governor, led by Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, visited Buhari to celebrate Eid al-Fitr and express gratitude for his contributions to Nigerians' democracy. The praised Buhari's leadership and legacy, highlighting his achievements in security, economics, and anti-corruption efforts, and reaffirmed their commitment to the party's principle and progress. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has petitioned the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, over an alleged assassination plot made against him by suspended Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Odohan. Akpabio denied the accusations and called for Natasha's prosecution for criminal defamation. According to Akpabio's petition, Natasha accused him of instructing former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello and Governor Usman Ododo to assassinate her in Kogi State. Akpabio categorically denies the accusations, labeling it a heinous lie and a reckless and deliberate attempt to tarnish his reputation. The petition has sparked widespread coverage, with many calling for Natasha to be held accountable. Akpabio's reputations and the implications of the alleged assassination plot will be closely watched as the investigations unfold. The Senate President petitions to the IG marks a significant development in the ongoing saga. Kano State Deputy Governor Aminu Abdusalam Warzo on Thursday led a high-level delegation to Edo State to investigate the recent killings in Uromi community. The visit follows the directive of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf to prove the violent incidents that left several deaths and displaced residents, including some Kano indigents. The delegations, which includes the Emir of Rano and key commissioners, is tasked with fact findings and promoting peace in the affected areas. Speaking before the pastor from Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Wazo said the team mission is to seek justice and offer sustainable recommendations for lasting peace. The committee will engage with Edo State officials, security agencies, traditional leaders, and civil society organizations during a week-long stay. The move is part of efforts by northern governors to foster unity and curb insecurity nationwide. Two brothers, Ismail Alaba and his sibling, tragically drowned on Thursday morning in the Kwacha River, Lakpai, Niger State, while returning from a shopping trip to purchase a bag of rice. Eyewitnesses said their canoe capsized mid-river due to the unusually strong current. Despite frantic rescue effort by nearby locals, both brothers were swept away by water. Their bodies were recovered hours later by community volunteers, sparking widespread grief in Lampai. Ismail, a popular point-of-sale POS operator at Low-Cost Junction, was known for his cheerful and helpful nature. The tragedy deepens the sorrow of the bereaved family, who had only recently buried another son after a football injury. Condolences have poured in from across the community, with rumors and social media users sharing heartfelt tribute as they come to terms with the loss. The United States Supreme Court has dismissed a $70 million case filed by the Nigerian government against Chinese investors, Zhonghan Fengchen Industrial Investments Co. Limited, after both parties agreed to withdraw the petition. The legal battle, which stemmed from a failed free trade zone deal with the Ogun state government under the former governor, Abikunle Omosun, has seen Nigeria lost in lower courts. The Tinubu administration has sought a review of the arbitral award by the U.S. Supreme Court, citing sovereign immunity. However, in a joint motion filed in March 2025, both sides requested to end the matter, and the court formally struck it out on April 9. Each party will bear its own legal costs. According to court documents, previously, Zonghan has secured an arbitral award of over $70 million and pursued enforcement actions abroad, including the initial aircraft. Although the dispute drew global attention, the recent withdrawal signals a possible democratic door, especially as one of the jets was released ahead of President Tinubu's meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron. A tragic incident unfolded in Opobo, Benue State, where soldiers from Operation Wild Stroke allegedly tortured a 35-year-old resident, Ernest Owecho, to death after mistaking him for another individual. According to his brother, Abochi Owecho, the soldiers stormed their home in a Hilux vehicle on April 5, 2025, and arrested Ernest while he was cooking. Despite family protests that Ernest was not the person they were looking for, he was taken to a military camp. Allegedly beaten, the body was stabbed as Victor Otache, deepening the family's distress and confusion. The family has reported the incident to both the police and the local government chairman, prompting a military police investigations. However, attempts to get a response from the Nigerian Army spokesperson, Major General Oyema Nyachuku, have been unsuccessful. The family is demanding justice and a correction of official records to reflect Ernest Onocho's true identity. Supporters of Senator Esther Nenadi Usman-led National Caretaker Committee at the Labour Party erupted in jubilations following the release of the certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgments on the party's leadership dispute. Abia State Governor Dr. Alice Oti, who reads excerpts from the judgments, announced that the Apex Court affirmed Senator Usman's leadership, effectively settling the prolonged internal crisis within the party. The announcement was met with cheers from party faithfuls across the country. Dr. Oti further noted that the Supreme Court cautions politicians to respect the constitutional tenure of their respective parties, emphasizing the importance of internal democracy and adherence to party rules. We are going on a commercial break. When we return, Some TV would have more news for you.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground? We offer work study programs, flexible payment, and a supportive academic environment. Apply today. Visit www.highergroundcollege.edu or our campuses at Lab opposite VCK Jalingo, Taraba State, and opposite Army Barracks, Tako, Taraba State. Take the first step towards a brighter future. Choose Higher Ground College.
Welcome back. Coming up next is the international business and sport news. On international news, escalating conflicts in Palestine. According to the latest update from the Health Ministry, a staggering 50,887 Palestinians have been confirmed killed in the recent surge of violence. This number represents a heartbreaking toll on families, communities, and the entire region. The conflict has not only claimed countless lives, but also left many more injured, displaced, and struggling to access basic necessities like food, water, and medical care. The situation on the ground is there, with reports of widespread destructions, shortage of essential supplies, and a severe strain in the already fragile healthcare system. The international community has been working tirelessly to provide aid, support, and diplomatic effort to ease the crisis. However, the path to peace and stability remains fraught with challenges, and the need for a lasting solution is more pressing than ever. As we report, families are grappling with the loss of loved ones, and communities are trying to come to terms with the scale of the devastations, the physiological trauma, and long-term effects of this conflict will undoubtedly be felt for generations to come. As we reflect on the situation, it's clear that a multifaceted approach is needed to address the immediate needs of those affected and lay the groundwork for sustainable peace and development. This will require concerted effort from governments, international organizations, and local communities working together to rebuild and restore hope. On business news, the Dangote refinery has informed marketers and customers of a downward review of its ex-gantry loading cost to 865 per litre. The new price is a reduction of 15 naira from 880 naira per litre sold by the facility on Wednesday. A pro forma invoice into link available confirmed the development. The National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chinedu Ukadike, reassured the public of the price drop while commenting on the Federal Executive Council's directive regarding the Naira for crude agreement. The FEC had directed the full implementations of the suspended Naira for crude agreements with the local refiners. The Ministry of Finance disclosed that the initiative is not temporary measure, but a key publicity directive designed to support sustainable local refining. The policy aimed to cut Nigerians' dependence on foreign exchange for petroleum and bolster energy security. The development is expected to further contribute to the reductions in fuel prices. The Central Bank of Nigeria has announced a significant turnaround in the country's external finances with a balance of payments surplus of $6.83 recorded in 2024. This marks a major recovery from deficit of $3.34 billion and $3.32 billion in 2023 and in 2022, respectively. Meanwhile, petroleum and non-oil imports declined by 23.2% and 12.6% respectively. CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso said the surplus is evidence of disciplined policy implementations and macroeconomic stability. External reserve rose by $6 billion to $40.19 billion, while remittance and international money transfer also such improvements in data integrity. So net error and omissions dropped by nearly 80%, reinforcing Nigerians' reform momentum. On to sport news. Kylian Mbappe is seeking nearly 50 million euros in unpaid wages from his former club, Paris Saint. This shocking claim has sent shock waves through the football community, with many questioning the circumstances surrounding the alleged unpaid wages. Mbappe's lawyer urged that the French superstar is owed a significant amount of money from his time at PSG. The club's handling of the situation has sparked a fierce debate, with fans and pundits alike wondering what led to this dramatic confrontation. As the dispute unfolds, Kylian Mbappe's future in the world of football remains uncertain. Will he find a resolution with PSG, or will this controversy impact his career trajectory? One thing is certain, this saga will be closely watched by football fans around the world. The football community is abuzz with reactions to Mbappe's claim, with many top players and coaches weighing in on the situation. As the story continues to unfold, we'll bring you the latest updates and analysis on what this means to Mbappe, PSG, and the world at large. That's all for this edition of Psalm TV at 9. Before we go, here is a recap of the major headlines. On the national news, Nigerian First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu visit Taraba presidency, apologized for errors in federal appointment list. Federal government receives suit from PDP governors, prepares defense. In international news, escalating conflicts in Palestine. In business news, stay tuned for more lined up of programs from Psalm TV. You can